Mama said, there'll be days just like this. Let's continue to grind and shine. Yo. Come on. One love, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, you're listening in to nothing but the best. As the room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys sports talk and beyond.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
5, 4, 3, 2. Yup. All right. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Hi. Let's get ready to rumble. Boys and girls around the globe. The name, once again, is Law Nation. One love. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. All right. So I know a lot of you all are looking at the title, and it says Cowboys applied pressure by the NFC. And you could say East, but you got to group it all together. We just got to take care of business. That's what TCB. And if you know what it means to take care of business, put TCB in the chat. That's what the Cowboys got to do. We can't be looking over at the neighbor's yard, right? We can't be looking at what fancy new car they got, or what extension they got to their house. We got to take care of business over here. But at the same time, those other guys that bought a new car, they got an extension added to their home. It looks nice. You looking down there like, God, dog, that car look nice. But at the same time, you got to understand. You would say, I'm glad I don't have that note, right? That's a note that they got to pay. And the Cowboys, looking at this season, we are 7-3. We got a game that's right around the corner versus the Washington team, and we got to take care of business. We got to do what we need to do. There's a big debt that need to be paid. It's a big debt that we got to pay. I give it, that we lost to the 49ers. We lost to the Eagles. But that Cardinals game, that's a big debt. That's a hole that we are in, So we got to overcome that. Why? Because it's the conference game. And those conference games is something that we have to now sit back. If we just take care of business will take care of itself. But when we look at the conference situation, that is where it's really at. Because what we're fighting for, ladies and gentlemen, is home field. It's two different teams when you see the Cowboys. There's a away team and there's a home team. So this conference right here, we're 4-3 in it. The Eagles, who are ahead of us, they got the shiny new car, and they got it parked on the sidewalk, and everybody looking at it. Woo! They looking at that car. They are literally looking at that car right now. So they are 6-0 in the conference. So when we start looking at that, and they're 3-0 in the division, right, and the Cowboys are 2-1. Now, how we can get this going the best way possible, I'm looking at it like this. The Cowboys and the Eagles are 4-0 at the crib, right? So I'm looking at it, too, that what you want to ultimately do is figure out a way to get crib games when you get down to the next level. We got to look at it at that particular way. We are 7-3, not 3-7. We're not fighting to get into the playoffs. We already there. So every game that we have to look at it, hey, I apologize. I can apologize to you. I can apologize to you, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I apologize. But the Washington team got to feel all wrath, right? Hey, the Seattle Seahawks, they got to feel what we going to bring to the table. The Eagles, we got to bring everything to kitchen sink and TCB. You might as well put TCB all the way down in the chat because we got to take care of business, and the only way we can do that is we got to play the games that's in front of us. We can't skip past to December. If we fool around and fall asleep to the Washington team and they fool around and catch us while we looking down the street at somebody else's car and we rear end them, now we in trouble. So the Cowboys got to figure things out. We got to take care of business. DC for life. We got to do all of those things, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you, Cliff. Thank you for jumping in. James, appreciate you on the Facebook. Kelly, I see you. Lawson, appreciate you. Thank y'all for jumping in on the Facebook. I see all of you all. Dak owns Filthy, appreciate you. Alpha Mason, appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in. Rev, appreciate you. Dak better than your favorite quarterback, 444, appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So the Cowboys, and I know most of you guys saw the game last night, and it's all about trying to find ways to win, right? The Chiefs versus the Eagles, right? And those are two teams that you always want to take a look at. Why? From a perspective that those two teams were just in the Super Bowl. It's been over 30 years. Well, it's been 30 years since we've been there, right? Maybe some changes and some situations of fortunes will happen for us. You know, Jimmy Johnson is now in the Ring of Honor, right? So that's a good deal for us. But what I'm saying here is that we seen that it's any given Sunday, and both of those teams, they don't look like they're unbeatable. They are very beatable. Matter of fact, the Chiefs, they beat themselves in that game. I'm not taking away with what the Eagles were able to do to shut them down in the red zone three visits in a row. But that game, basically, I mean, God dog, I can catch a ball better than one of those guys on the Chiefs, you know. And I'm in my 40s, you know. I can catch the ball better. Did y'all see that tape on Law Nation, boy? Did y'all see that tape I put out there this morning? Hey, they could have had me out there, you know. I would at least bat the ball up in the air. Yes, indeed. Somebody like, come on, man. Come on, Law. Come on with it, baby. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let me see if I can pull my tape up. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation film session, baby. Look at me. That's over the shoulder. Batted the ball up. You know, back in the days, I was a 4-4 guy. I don't know what I am now. But I promise you, man, you put some money on the table, I can probably outrun Jason Witten, though. I can give you that. Yeah. I could probably outrun Jason Witten, though. You know, who want to bet some money on that, you know? But, you know, this game is a game of inches. And you saw last night that teams figure out ways to win. And it's all about that because being 9-1, woo, you got a comfortable lead. But what you got to do here is continue to apply pressure. Cowboys, hear me out. You play the Washington team. You look, there will be nobody giving you grace and mercy. There will be nobody saying that, hey, man, you know, the Cowboys only beat up bad teams. Let us fool around and lose to one of the bad teams. Here go the Cowboys. They're the same old Cowboys, right? And the Washington team, they are considered a good team, right? Well, what are the Washington? I need to know. What are the Washington team? Are they a good team, bad team? Divisional team, right? What are they? Yes, indeed. What are the Washington team? I want to read some of y'all comments, man. And shout out to you, Ryan. Appreciate you, Mitchell. Ryan Mitchell, man. One of the guys that always send me good stuff via the Twitter, and I appreciate you, man, so much. I was looking for your name. I'm going to give you an award right here. There you go. You're part of the mod squad now. Appreciate you. Okay. They're a mediocre team. Okay, that's Bootzilla. Appreciate you for jumping in. We're live. We've been live for 10 minutes now. Appreciate everybody. All right. So when we say that they are a average at best team or below average team, right? Didn't that team went blow for blow, if I can say that without, do I have to put pause on that? Right, I had to put pause on that. And they went blow for blow, pause, with the Eagles. Didn't they take them to overtime? Didn't they took the Eagles down to the wire, right? And I was trying to tell my guy, Lord Bronson, appreciate him, salute to him. We're in this group chat, the NFC East group chat, right? The teams that we lost to, the Eagles haven't played yet, right? Now, granted, they did play the Washington team twice. And I looked at the schedule makers and I sit there and said, man, they could have at least put us in between it, you know, but they had them doggone Eagles playing the Washington team twice. They could at least put the Cowboys in between it and split it that way. But that's a whole nother conversation. So if they are considered a bad team, and we go over here on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, and we play them, that game don't count. But it counted for the Eagles, right, when they beat those boys twice. So when we start looking at the record and we start seeing with our natural eyes, hey, yeah, they are 9-1, which is okay, which is cool. You know, that doesn't mean that you guarantee going straight to the Super Bowl, by the way. I recall a team being 11-0. I think it was the other Pennsylvania team. I think it was the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They went 11-0, 11-0, and then do diddly swat when it got down to the doggone playoffs. And I'm not trying to take away from what those boys were able to do, but it is what it is. If regular season, if you want to put things into other perspectives, I look at the regular season just like for what it is. Battleground, so that you can correct the things that you need to correct so you can be mindset ready for the postseason. And what you do in the postseason, if you correct those things, you will get to the Super Bowl. You will get to the Super Bowl. So that's just how I view it. And I could be viewing it wrong. I could be. All right, so TCB, take care of business. Yes, indeed, Vikings 15-1 one year. Yes, the curse has been broken, and Jimmy is back, fam. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed, thank you. So I look at it from this perspective. Also, whenever you play in a divisional foe, take records and just throw them and put them away. Take those things and just toss it asunder, right? Take those things and say, hey, man, that's good and all, but in actuality, ladies and gentlemen, it don't mean a hill of beans, right? So when we start talking about our team, what do we need to improve on? Oh, for one, consistency. You got, if you look at the title, if you look at the thumbnail, I selected Tyron Smith as well as Terrence Steele. I selected those boys because of this right here. If you got the ability to block it up front, if you have the ability to keep everything nice and neat for four, then your wide receivers will eat. If you have that also, your running back will be able to get freely, right? So I'm looking at it from that perspective, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm always thinking down the line that last year, even though we got knocked out by the 49ers in the playoffs, we didn't have 78 out there. And our run game was atrocious. Our game plan was atrocious. Our mindset was atrocious. Anything that you think of when you don't correct it in the regular season, it will come back and bite you in the postseason. If your team is undisciplined, it will show up. It will show up with a three-piece suit on saying, hey, here I am. And if your team can't block it up front, it will show up really, really, really bad in the postseason, right? And if your quarterback, if he throws INTs, I'm not beating up Dak, but that's just how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. It will absolutely knock at the front door and say, hello, I'm here. So you got to correct those things now. We got, 7 games left? There's plenty of football left. The schedule makers did put it in this perspective that you play majority of your conference games or your divisional games at the end of the schedule.
We can show Dak's numbers this year.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I didn't mean to delete that part out. Hold on, bear with me. Shoot. I didn't mean to take that away from y'all. I wanted to hear that guy speak. Hold on. Bear with me. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I thank y'all so much for your support and everything else y'all do for the nation. As y'all can look at this raw cut up of all of the games right here. It messed me up right here. Nigga right. Hold on. Type in nigga right. Y'all bear with me. Building the plane while it's in the air. It's never a nice thing to do. But sometimes you got to be able to do it, right? All right. Here we go. Boom. God dog, how in the world that happen? All right. So we go here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. And this one right here. You want to give me a hard time right here. All right. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Appreciate y'all, man. So with that being said, just pay attention to the front. And if this front can stay everything and keep everything upright, everything will work its way out. It will flat out work its way out. It's just that the Dallas Cowboys, they must stay healthy at the end of the day. They must stay healthy. And if they don't, then we'll be revisiting the same thing in the same conundrum that's going over and over again. But since we on this topic, I finally found it. Here we go. I want to bring up this one little piece right here because people not going to give us grace and mercy. If y'all know what I mean, right? When I say these things. Let me go over to my safe room. I got to go to my safe room when I play this. I don't want no haters over here. You know, we got to go to our safe room. Y'all already know how this goes if you've been following the channel for a minute. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because here's the storyline. If we just take care of business, everything will find its way. Everything will work its way out. But if we don't, then the 4-ladder, 3-ladder network will still find a way. Here's the thing. Our Dallas Cowboys, when we are looking at this particular team collectively, there's always holes that the bigger networks going to point out. Whether it be quarterback efficiency, whether it be do we have a true number one wide receiver or not, whether or not it's one of our defensive players, is he slowing down or not? Can we win on the road now? Can it's a situation that when we play against team that's above 500, can we exhibit and exude the same thing? And it's not just, hear me out, the networks, it's from within. It's from within. Let's listen to this very briefly.
You're a little unfair to Dak. When all offseason he was told by you and others, take care of the football. And now, when he plays a perfectly clean game, the critique is, why wasn't there more wows when they won 33-10? And I think once again, we are underselling the overall, what the commentary on this player was coming into the year and what his production has been thus far this year. So, Hubs, if we can show Dak's numbers this year, yesterday included, another clean game, he's having, by any metric, an exceptional season. And as far as the question people had going into the year that I know we argued about, which was, can you trust Dak not to turn the ball over? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, the entirety of his career, he was 3 touchdowns to 1 interception, which is one of the best in league history until last year.
All right, that's enough of that. Dak Prescott. He is the absolute guy that got to play a clean game. The game that we saw last night, technically, he couldn't have played like any one of those quarterbacks. He couldn't have went for 150 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, and we win. Oh my goodness, boy, the sky will be falling. The sky will be falling. The devil be climbing out of the doggone ground, pulling people in. The rapture would have occurred, right? Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. And you know it, thank you. You know, that would have been the situation. And don't let them play like Pat Mahomes did. Ooh, woo. Oh my goodness, man, that would have been the storyline for your mind. I don't care if Watson had Parkway as hands, literally. They'd have been like, hey man, Dak Prescott, if he would have led him just a little bit more. Oh, that pass was too far behind him. Oh my goodness, man, if he just climbed the pocket a little bit sooner. Don't y'all know that dude got to play absolutely perfect? He got to. He got to. Chiefs rushed for 168 yards. Shout out to you, Justin D. Oh, yeah, they were able to capture them. Most of those things came from quarterback scrambles and things of that nature. But both sides of it, woo! The Cowboys defense. We couldn't have played like either of those teams. We'd have been crying left and right. Oh, my goodness, man. We can't stop the run, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's good to get the sacks or what have you, but do we get them when they count the most? We are the most hyper-criticized team in the National Football League, right? we couldn't have done that, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Mitchell says, yeah, if Dak threw that pick in the end zone like that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Breaking news, Dak Prescott is trash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, man. And it's just what it would have been. From the 4-letter, 3-letter, they would have called the man ASS and these sorts of things, right? I mean, God dog, you know, touchdown is a touchdown in my book. Shout out to you. So, also, oh my goodness, let me just say this too. Let me say this as well. The Dallas Cowboys, when you start to think about it, I had to turn my music off. If you start to think about it, now you guys see. Every team, when they get into the red zone, they go empty. That's just the staple piece of it. Teams nowadays, they go empty. They line up empty. They go into this mindset and say, well, we want to spread it out, and we're going to stretch out the defense, and we're going to see what we can do. Now, the Eagles, they do have a more variety pack because when it's short, they got this thing called a tush push, right? Whereas you will have a quarterback, right, who can swat, I think, 600 to 700 pounds, and then you got a dude that looked like he looked like one of those damn Ninja Turtles. A.J. Brown, he looked like Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, one of them, and he's pushing on the back of that. And then you got somebody else pushing on the tush of that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. That's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And those plays are unstoppable. I think only one team stopped it all this year, and it was the Washington team. The only person that can really stop that is the coach with the clipboard. They literally are 1st and 9 team, right? So that applied pressure, the only way you can beat this particular team is down in the trenches. Your trench warfare got to win and stop them before they make it 3rd and short or 4th and inches or what have you. And on your offensive side, you can't make no mistakes. You can't give those guys extra life. I call them mushrooms. You can't give them mushrooms. You can't. And that's just how it goes. Fortunately, unfortunately. Now, I'm not finna use this whole segment to talk about that, but what I'm saying is that you got to See, man said you called the man a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, he do. He built like he got muscles on top of muscles. AJ Brown, Snead did the best he can do in that game. Snead did the best he can do against that. And Snead, whoever Snead is, whatever his first name is, Snead did a good job of picking off Hurts. He did a good job of squeezing A.J. Brown to the outer boundaries and the perfections of the passing just not there right now with Hurts. Shoot, he did the best he can do. And the only one play that I would say that the aficionados, they had their hands in both of them. They at first were calling holding on both teams, and then they stopped calling holding on both teams. And then the officials, boy, they played too much in it, even into that game. And they said a hand to the helmet on one play, which Snead did. And I was just trying to figure out where the hands ever collided to the helmet or hands to the face. Never he even touched the man in the helmet or face. But, you know, Eagles fans, they were quiet at that point. They were like, these refs. Oh, go, AJ, you know. But it is what it is. And that's just how it goes, man, especially when we start talking about football in general, right? These officials, regardless of whether or not you like them, hate them, or indifferent with those guys, they do have a major play in some of the outcome of the game as far as the momentum of the game. They do a lot of that stuff where you be like, hey, man, we just want to see a good game. And that's just the bottom line. Whether it's your team, Cowboys, or not, you just want to see a good game. You don't want the officials all in it with their hands all into the mix and these sorts of things. If y'all get with what I'm saying. I know y'all get with what I'm saying, you know. But the Dallas Cowboys, we ourselves got to just take care of business the best way possible and don't put this game in reach because we've seen what happened. We talked about second half droughts, right, with this team last live feed on the Victory Monday show. Whereas we start off in the third quarter slow. We start in the third quarter real flat, whether it be offense or whether it be defense. So I look back and I listen to the announcers. It could be worse. The Chiefs, I think in the last 3 games, haven't scored a single touchdown or points in the doggone third quarter or fourth quarter, both quarters. I'm sitting like, God, dog, them boys going to have to correct that and get things going and fix that part up, you know. So that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I want to pull some of this audio and talk about, because I heard Pat C. Walker, he was on the show earlier this morning on 105.3 The Fan. He was on it, and I'm trying to find that audio. So y'all bear with me while I pull that up right quick. But I appreciate all y'all for tuning in and being part of these type of episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Because at the end of the day, if we just take care of what we need to do, you're going to hear me saying TCB a lot. Take care of business, take care of business, take care of business. If we just do those little small things, everything will work its way out. And we can't fall into the traps. We can't fall into the traps. I'm trying to find this doggone video. Y'all bear with me. No, I had it up here. Boy, today been crazy. Roy, you tripping? Appreciate you. What Roy tripping on? The refs cry. Yeah, Eagles 35. But hold on, you can't say that because I'm pulling that reference from an Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have it both ways. Because at the end of the day, your guy LB was complaining about the officials. That's what I'm pulling it from. So take me to your leader. If LB y'all leader over there, to take me to him. You know, take me to y'all leader. If he's the one that's complaining about it, then what I supposed to do about it? You know what I'm saying? He's the one. So he's y'all leader. So I don't think that you got more followers or subscribers or more influence than LB than your guy. If you find me a guy that got more influences on your end, then let me know. But he's supposed to be y'all leader. You know, I'm just repeating what he said. He said that the aficionados are all in this game. So take me to your leader. Take me to your number one Eagles guy, and we'll sit down in December and we'll have this conversation. But until then, y'all just got to listen to me. Y'all Eagles fans be jumping over here. Y'all going to have to listen to me. Unfortunately, fortunately for y'all, I guess that I'm the best. I'm one of y'all best Eagles reporter. You know, I can't find an Eagles guy that can touch me right now. I guess that's what it is, because y'all stay over here and y'all love to gobble and nibble all over the big D. You know, just make sure you swallow. That's all I'm saying. Look, I can't even find the audio, but since I can't find the audio, I'll pivot. And we'll talk about how much they like to do this right here. We taking our nice little time using the restroom, and there's always an Eagle fan or Eagle content creator or an Eagle person in general coming over to see what we got. You know, that's just crazy. Look, they 9-1 and they sweating. Law, do you have any truth to it? Let me play this right quick. Do y'all hear that in the background? That's what you call rent free. They done played the Super Bowl champs and beat them. We don't even play y'all until December, and I'm hearing the name in y'all mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's short man syndrome. That's little man syndrome. That's also little brother syndrome. That's just what it is. I haven't seen a situation and scenario if you're comfortable in what you're doing. If you're confident in what you're doing, you won't be sitting here worrying about us. You won't be sitting here worrying and caring about us. But at the end of the day, y'all love the taste and the texture of it. Y'all love to be in it. Hey, I can't find nobody that can out-debate me on that topic. If you can, hey, the phone lines are open. You can open up and call me and talk to me about that. But at the end of the day, y'all still looking up. At the end of the day, they got stomach muscles all on their neck, six-pack, because they looking up, and they got to pass the Washington team first. Then they got to pass the Giants team, and now they got to see us. That's a long way. That's a long way from here. That's how this game works. That's how it works. We on top. Y'all yelling. We sitting here minding our own business. We enjoying our tomato can victory, right? We done beat the doggone Panthers. We sitting here rehabbing. My guy CD Lamb trying to tape up his ankle, get ready, right? And we sitting here going over our tape and what we got to do for this game on Thanksgiving Day. And all of a sudden our name is being brought up. I'm just trying to figure it out. Didn't y'all just beat the Chiefs? Didn't y'all just beat us too? Coming off of a bye. But at the end of the day, the taste and the texture, even though I don't have Dallas on my name, y'all still here. Y'all know who I am. Look, I go to this level and this degree. I'm your number one fan, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all pay me. You know, that's good. You know, I love it. That's weird energy. You know, I'm a fan of y'all, Dad. Come on. That's how I got to go, Dad. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got a six-pack on their neck. Ain't that something? You know, I'm your fan, Eagle 35. You know, hey, come on, baby. I just don't know who you are, but you know who I am. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They know who I am. I don't know who you are, but you know who I am. And his content creator know who I am. I can't make this stuff up, you know. Let's go, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. I hope you guys are having a great time. Let's open up the phone line. Call in, though. You know, they do all of this talking. They never call in. They never give me a shout out. They never do all of the stuff that they supposed to do.
Call my phone.
They never do all the stuff they supposed to do. The phone line is brought to you by Prize Picks 657-390-7391. It's the hotline for your mind. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Watch how that beat jump in. Woo! Come on.
Whether we East coasting or we in the hidden hills. In the popping straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling bluffs, I show and prove it, it's for real.
Come on.
Son of God, not a son of sand.
Appreciate everybody for jumping in.
Books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call Call my phone, hit my line.
There
Only
are
ones
4
who down
participants
for
in the
it, down
conference.
for line. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all.
Coach Marv, you're live from the 803 live on The Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me, Coach.
What's going on, Law, man?
Not much.
Man, I can't understand the Eagle fan. I had a Eagle fan of mine, a friend of mine, texting me last night and tell me about, yeah, man, we want y'all again. We just beat each other. I said, man, what you worried about the Cowboys for?
Right. right. We had nothing to do with it, man. We don't play y'all until December. It's November right here.
So I don't understand it, man.
I never understood
it. You know, that was my first time on. I watched the game while I was on Twitter last night.
Right.
Just saw how the game was being run. I felt before the Eagles came back. I said I tweeted out there that right before the Eagles took the lead or even got a chance to take the lead, I felt the game was for the Eagles to win or lose because KC couldn't put the game away. They did everything they can do. Their plan was excellent, but they couldn't put it away because they didn't. And they've been struggling with the passing game all year. They've been struggling with their receivers all year, and they didn't have enough to put that game out because the Eagles was primed for them to attack them in the passing game, but they couldn't because they don't have the receivers to do that, and that's been a flaw to this. But their defense, KC defense, is top notch. I love the way they tackle.
Right.
When it's not dirty, but every time they make a tackle, you can tell that the guy feels it. That's one of the things that they are coached up with Spags, man. I think he does Spagnolia, right? He's been there for a minute. He's been there for a minute, and they got a philosophy down pat. There were some moments in that game that they got away from them on the run, and the Eagles they got sloppy in that game, but they were resilient when they found out that they can run the ball on the Chiefs if they get them going misdirection there. So because they pursue to the ball so quickly. Those screen passes really hurt them.
Yeah,
basically. They controlled the run to a point, but the screen passes, and then you allow Philly to keep on, you keep chopping at the tree because you're not putting them away. Then you can slip around and you can lose a football game.
Yep.
It goes back to my philosophy again. You can run the ball on Philly. Don't. The reason why teams don't run the ball on Philly is because Philly is time of possession is very important to Philly. Right. Philly, that's why they let the teams go down because that's how they protect their defense, and that's how they want to control the ball. Now, if you look back in the last 2 years, everybody who's won time possession or kept time possession very close,
right,
struggle because every team that they kill time possession, they kind of blow those teams out. But time possession is very important. And you can run the ball, but when they keep the time possession, they run you away from the run because they keep time. They keep time possession. So you can run, but you got to be able to run the ball. Then you can attack that secondary and get points in the passing game. That's where your points are gonna come in the game. But like I said, Law, I put out a post out there and getting a lot of things. We can't worry about what Philly does. We can't worry about what San Francisco do. We put ourselves in this position because of anything. So we got to pay the fee to be a champion. And we got to pay the fee to be a champion. We got a team that can go on the road wherever we got to go and win because we got the talent. And that fee is focus, effort, and execution. We got to pay the fee. Week in, week out, play in, play out.
Yep.
If we trade on that with the talent we got, we'll be all right. That's why the people got our names in their mouth, because they understand that we got the talent.
True.
We just got to be focused, effort, and execution. Let's pay the fee, Cowboys.
So
Cowboys
FEE. I love it. Got to pay the fee, and hey, if you don't pay it, shoot, it'll come back and hunt you, man. Yeah.
You can't open the door to the championship. You can't open the door to the championship. That's how you open the door to get to the Super Bowl and get sick. It's gonna be fee, effort, and execution. That's what it's gonna be.
Man, I love that acronym. Appreciate you. Now, thank you for calling in, Coach Marv. Good call from you.
All right, buddy.
No doubt, man. That's Coach Marv, man. Put your hands together for him. Yeah. I mean, you can't take wins away from anyone, right? And you should never apologize for a win. I do like that statement there. So right now, the best team in the National Football League right now are the Eagles right now. They got the best record. So that's just what it is. So if the NFL were to say, okay, let's go straight into the playoffs today, then yes, we are in the playoffs, but I think we will have to play the Saints or someone, or I believe, y'all help me out, or I think the next game will be the 49ers, give or take. So we just got to take care of business. There's one team I think that they're crawling into the playoffs will be the Minnesota Vikings. That's a very sneaky team. They are 6-5 right now, I believe, and that's a team that they got that Joshua Dobbs kid over there, and y'all know how it is, man, when you're playing against a guy that can run like that. So the Cowboys, at the end of the day, we can't be looking so far down the line. We take care of business. We play against the Washington team this week, and then from there, we got to rest up. I think if we'll be rewarded with a 10-day break, and then we had to play the Seattle Seahawks. The good news is we got 3 games at the crib, right? Washington, Seattle Seahawks, and then we would see the Eagles. But what we got to do is take care of business. Anything that we need to work on, we will have to fix and improve that. All right, so I got from the 956, you in the mix. Talk to me.
Yo, it's Dougie D from the South. What's up, Law?
Dougie Day, man. Hey, man, all is well. I can't complain, man. Holla at me, man. What you got on your heart?
Hey, man, well, last night was, I don't even know if you want to say it was a great game because these guys folded at the end, man.
Oh, you talking about the Chiefs? They folded at the end.
The Kansas City Butterfingers, that's what I'm talking about.
I think Kelsey was paid, man. He played basketball with the football inside that doggone red zone there. The moment was too big, man, for him. He was looking for Taylor Swift up inside the booth, and she wasn't there.
To save him last night, man. He needed something to save him last night.
Yes, and I blame the rainwater, man. Nah, man. The Eagles stood tall in that game in the red zone. They forced the turnover. Kevin Byard, the ball was pretty much underthrown or behind the tight end, and he fit right on in on that.
They make their plays when they counted most.
Counted the most, you know. Yep.
Can't take that away from them.
Can't take that away from them.
They ain't the team they were last year, though.
Nah. They definitely ain't that.
And honestly, on December 10th, it's gonna get real.
Hey, we're a different team, man. We're a different team at the crib. I'm trying to tell people, man, it's a different team.
Yeah, man, shoot, different team. I wouldn't want to see in the playoffs, especially if they're at home.
Yep, especially at the crib.
Doing what he's doing, man. That boy's putting in work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, all I got to say is that hopefully we fix our red zone problems, start giving the ball to number 40, let him pound that shit in for us.
Hell yeah. You know, you put him in there. But, you know, I don't mind him in the backfield and just open it up for most of the running backs. He did a great job of springing it open for Tony Pollard for that touchdown. So if you can just get him in there, then that'll work too, though, bro. Just get him inside.
No, you're right. You're totally right. All I'm saying is enough with the getting stopped at the 1 yard line when we got somebody that can push us in.
True.
There's a reason why they signed him. There's a reason why he's on their field.
True that. I'm not finna take that away from what you said. You know, I'm not going to take that away. Hey, if you got a big guy in there like that, just move his weight around and see what we can do from there. I appreciate you, man. What else you got before I let you roll?
Thank you, bro. All I gotta say is Cowboys, baby. We're gonna take this. We just gotta keep pushing, baby. Keep them feet pounding. We all right. We control our own destiny.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, man. Appreciate you for the 956. That call was brought to you by Prize Picks. All right, I got the 512, and then we have the 817. 512, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Law? This is Gilberto, man.
Gilberto, man. What's good with you, Chief?
Hey, not much, man. I like what you said about, applying pressure on the Eagles. I know a lot of Cowboy fans, we were hoping to see the Eagles drop a game so we can inch closer in the division race. But, the Eagles still got a tough schedule. They got the Bills at home. The Bills are coming off a big win against the Jets. And, of course, the 49ers and Eagles, that can go either way. And then, of course, they got us on the 10th. But I want to say about the Cowboys, we just need to just, like you said, focus on ourselves and stack up wins and keep the pressure on where the Eagles have to win. Because, like I said, I think the Cowboys are in a good position. I think even if they don't win the division, like you said, I think being the number 5 seed, I think that's what we're going to be. Especially if we beat Seattle, I think the number 5 seed is locked in, and we'll be playing like the NFC South winner, which right now, like you said, will be the Saints, or it could be another team that's like hovering around 500. And I think, as we proved last year, we can win on the road in the playoffs. And I'm hoping to draw the Eagles in the second round. And even if we have to go to Philadelphia,
right?
I know that's far. I know that's far down the road, but I know that our team knows they can beat Philly. They're still not sure if they can get over San Francisco, but I think our team knows that they match up well with Philadelphia. But that's all I really wanted to tell you, and I just want to know what your thoughts on that.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Good call from him. I would say this, though, as far as matchups, it's a situation where I'm trying to tell people it's still too soon. It's still too soon. I'm quite sure last week the Washington team looked at the Giants and said, you know what? Hey, we're back. We finna do what the Cowboys did. Divisional games is always a strange situation. DeVito didn't look like Danny. He looked like Tommy. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about Brady, but he were able to have a good game against that Washington team. Defense, right? And one can argue that far as from a stat ratio, he threw a better game than when Hurts played him against him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to say DeVito is better than Hurts. I don't want y'all to think that that's disrespectful, right? But it just goes to show you that when you are playing in the National Football League, yes, it's any given Sunday, and yes, those are divisional games. And all we need to do is take care of business. And, of course, we playing in Washington. I've seen some Eagles fans saying, hey, it's a trap game. Well, it's impossible for the Cowboys to have a trap game since the Cardinals game because every game is important for the Cowboys. Every game we got to play a certain level. We are the only team that's held to a different degree. If we fool around even in this Carolina Panthers game, this past game, if we win by 1 point or one score, they say, see, the Cowboys are trash. If we blow them out, see, the Cowboys only blow out bad teams. You see? We have the ultimate over-criticized team to a degree, whereas people from other fan bases will still dive in here and picks you in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, how's it going, man? How's it going?
All is well. Can't complain.
Hey, man, it's Kobe, man. I'm from Fort Worth, man. Right here, I'm a neighbor of Dallas, man. I've been here all my life, and I've always wanted the boys to win, and I truly believe this is the year, man. This is the year. I feel like Jerry Jones put the right pieces around Dak.
Yeah.
I would have wished for him to get another receiver during the trade deadline, but hey, we're gonna work with what we got. I love Brandon Cooks. I love the wisdom he brings to the receiving room. It's a young receiver room besides Michael Gallup, but I truly believe we got the talent around Dak Prescott to take us where we need to go. Just to pick it back up off of what you were just saying, that's when you look at the media, man, and you look at sports and franchises, they're going to always move the goalposts on the best franchise, the best seller, the best ticket sales, the biggest
True.
stadium.
True.
They're going to forever move the goalposts on the Cowboys. So us as Cowboy Nation, we have to realize that. We have to understand that. We can't get upset about it. We have to embrace it.
It comes with the territory. You ain't lying, man.
That's right. That's right. That's what I wish our players would do. You know, embrace that. Embrace the F Dallas on the T-shirt. Embrace all of that, because that lights a fire up under your tail for, you know what, I'm going to kick ass and I ain't taking no names. And so I believe that this team can truly do it. I love Dan Quinn and what he's done with his defense over these last few years. And, man, I mean, the sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit. The only way we lost all those games is we beat ourselves. The only game I say that we kind of just laid down and left it.
Yeah. That Niners, the only game we they took that. We can't say we beat ourselves. That Niners game, they beat the brakes off of us, man.
They tore us. They tore us off the bone, man. But you know, that's somebody. You know, Kyle Shanahan and what he's done with that team.
Yeah.
You know, hats off to him. You know, hats off to him. My aunt has been a 49er fan my whole life, and I'm like, how can you be a 49er fan and you from Texas? You know, we grow up to hate the 49ers. That's just in our blood.
It's in there.
The history.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just in us. But man, what I believe our team, I like talking about us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can talk about the game. I can talk about the game last night and worry about the Eagles, but we'll see them in a couple weeks. And when we see them, we got to do our job. So we got to focus, like you say, on Washington this week, doing what we're supposed to do. Make sure we get them turkey legs at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Make sure we do what we're supposed to do on our part. And the rest gonna play itself out, man. That's how this game go, man. So I just wanted to call in, man. This also is the month of Thanksgiving, man. So I just want to thank you, Law,
appreciate
for bringing out the great wisdom the content you put out, man. People don't understand the job that you got and how you master this thing, man. And man, you get callers every day. You know what I mean? So you putting out great content, and so I wanted to give you your flowers, man. Just keep doing it, keep doing what you're doing, man. Cause we appreciate it. We appreciate the wisdom and the great information you give to us each and every day.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, fam. And hey, if you ain't doing anything tomorrow, we'll be at the Toyota Music Factory around 12:30, close to 1 o'clock. Come check me out. We'll be there live, and we have a few players that will be in the mix too. I think Sam Williams is one of them. So come on out tomorrow, man. It's at the Toyota Music Factory. And you already know where that's at since you from Dallas.
Yeah. I come see you, man. I own my own business, man. So I'm finally getting a day off tomorrow. I told the crew, I say, man, we taking off tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll take off, man. I'll bring me and the boys and my wife. We'll come out there and see you, man.
Come on out, man. Appreciate you, man. One love to you, bro. Salute. Can't wait to see you,
God
man.
Bless, brother.
Amen. Yeah, that's a good thing, man. So if y'all in the Dallas area, make that trip. Come on down to the Toyota Music Factory. If you don't know the address, just type that into your GPS and it'll pop up and populate there. Or just Uber or Lyft there and be there around 1 o'clock. And we'll get the show on the road there. And you'll sit down. We'll put some headsets on and get things going. I'll have about 4 headsets ready for you guys to jump on in. And we'll talk some football. All right, I got Swayze from the 908. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Law? This is Swayze, the objective Cowboys fan here, giving objective analysis.
No doubt.
Let me just be real with y'all. I'm talking to my fellow Cowboys fans here. Like, we family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we family. Yeah, we family.
We've been through the Jason Garrett years. We've been through the Wade Phillips years. Like we've been through trauma, like PTSD. We gotta chill. Like we gotta lay back. We gotta do the Diddy. Like you know how Diddy's laying back. You don't hear a word from Diddy. He's not doing interviews anymore. That's how we should be as Cowboys fans. We should not be going back and forth with Eagles fans. They got it right now. They just got it. Like they're the best team in the NFL. They got the number one. First of all, Coach Marv, he said that they could be had on the run game. No, they cannot. The reason why they was able to run the ball on the Eagles last night is because of one man, Pat Mahomes. Like, they had to make sure to combat Pat Mahomes. And we need to
Pacheco did have some good runs on the edge. Yeah, Pacheco had some good runs on the edge. I think Kelsey had one of his worst games, man. That holding call to pull that one back 12 yards, and then Pacheco was moving. There was another. Now, here's what this is what I truly believe. A gap, B gap.
Cool. He's from record.
A gap, B gap. You ain't running on the Eagles that way. You are not running on the Eagles up the middle. You can try, but 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get slapped around.
Not the running back that we have. We have a scat back, like as a starting running back. So not the running back that we have. Maybe we had an elite running back. Maybe Bijan Robinson. That's another story for another day. Maybe we could. But as far as like what we have, like we're gonna have to just throw the ball with Dak Prescott. You feel what I'm saying? Like if there was any season that I would say that, all right, this all falls on Dak Prescott, is really this season based off the teams that we're going against. Like, it's the 49ers and the Eagles, and those two teams, they could be had in the passing game. So really all True. It's funny because it's not – I know y'all going to say, oh, it's a team sport, but the scheme that is needed to beat those two teams is the passing game, which is like – it's kind of ironic, right? Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think that, last night, and I'm only bringing them up for context, right? Like Pat Mahomes, he maybe we can say it's the rain, but that pass to Watson that was behind him, and Byard was able to say, "Hey, give it to me," And then the other time they was inside, shout out to the guy who forced the fumble right there to punch it out. I think that they had their moments, but if the drive that they did score, they scored by running the ball. So you can't just take out the run. I believe that you got to give them all and everything. And the weakness to that particular Eagles team is passing, right? Right. You got to pass on them. And the same with the 49ers. We going to see how they look. This will be the third game now with their new defensive front. Although they're missing Hufanga, we will see what the 49ers look like on Thanksgiving too, huh?
They could be had in the passing game too. Like I've seen them like against the Vikings and against the Bengals when Joe Burrow was healthy at that time. They could be had in the pass. Like it's just I feel like it's just funny that like that we've been talking about Dak Prescott all this time, and it kind of really falls on him. Like in terms of like he needs to have an elite game like from the passing standpoint. Now if it was any other season where teams could be had in a running game, maybe but it's just this particular season is kind of funny. But also, like we still went through this whole season without beating a winning team over 500. Like that's kind of scary to me, to be honest with you. Like that's why I'm not.
Hey, but that's such a small sample size because it's argumentative, right? Or whether or not we didn't play good or bad against the Eagles, right? That's the only team that we have a chance of beating that was in the winning column. Unfortunately, yes, we guys went on a 3-game skid after they even beat us. So I look at it like this. We can't make our own schedule. When we played against the Chargers, I think at that time, were they above 500 or they was right there, pretty much a good team?
Come on, that's the Chargers.
The Chargers, but we can't put that back in. The Chargers are pretty much a good team. Yes or no, or they're considered a bad team with an elite quarterback.
They consider with Stanley as the head coach, they consider a team that we don't care about. Like but at the end of the day, we can't control their schedule though, right? But even for example, let me ask you this: objectively speaking, since you're an objective Cowboy fan, Swayze. When we played the doggone Rams, the Rams had a more difficult schedule than the Cowboys, I believe, and the Eagles. They literally started their year off with the Seattle Seahawks. They had to play the Cincinnati Bengals. They had to play the Eagles. Okay. They had to play the 49ers and us. So it would be damn near impossible for that team to be above 500. They had a gauntlet. They had a hell of a schedule. And the team that they beat week 1 was the doggone Seattle Seahawks. If my memory is serving me correct, I don't know which order it was, but they did beat the Seahawks. And I know we can talk about whether it's a conference game or what have you, divisional game. But at the end of the day, we can't make the schedule for them, right? But they played a good team. Yeah. They beat the Cincinnati? They probably lost to the Cincinnati. But Cincinnati beat the doggone 49ers, I believe. So it's just one of those things that we can't control the schedule. We can only play what's in front of us. And right now we are 7-3. No, I get what you're saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not condemning the Cowboys for playing the games on their schedule. I'm just saying it's just worrisome to me. Like, I've been through a situation before. I've been through it through the Tony Romo years. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the Jerry Jones years. Like, it's not. We replace the coaches' faces, replace the players' faces. It's just something that we've been through for the past 20 years, and that's why it's worrisome to me. That's why when you speak to Cowboys fans, especially when we blow teams out, it's like, okay, like it's not like before. Let's go.
That is what it is, man. That's just what it is. We can't shun the victory then when we have the victory, and by blowing teams out, Swayze. I appreciate you, man. I thank you so much for calling in, and I thank you for being a long time supporter of the channel.
I appreciate it too, and also I think it's going to be a tight game on Thanksgiving. I think we do win, but I think it's going to be a tight one. I think the Washington are going to be ready to play. It's like the Super Bowl. They're going to treat it like a Super Bowl, so that's the trap game. Like, so we got to make sure we come out to play.
No doubt. Well, let's go. Appreciate you, man. Trap games, we can't afford to have those things, and that's just how it goes. And let me know, man. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong about the Rams, Those were quality teams that they played. It just somehow that they didn't come out with the dub. But those were quality teams. And we were the only team to blow them out. Everybody else, they lost within either a touchdown or less. Right? They lost literally. They were up against the 49ers when they played the 49ers. The 49ers closed out better than the Rams. I think they went toe-to-toe a little bit even with the Eagles, right? And they went blow for blow, if I can say that right, without saying pause, against the Cincinnati Bengals, right? And I'm not trying to sit here and just say, hey, pat us on the back because we beat the Rams, right? I'm still mad and angry, upset that shoot, any game we lose. I'm not a happy loser like, yay, we lost. No, there are games and moments that we should have won, and there are also situations that I have to look back at and say, yeah, let's put some context in this, And that's why I gave them a little grace and mercy, even with the Cardinals game. Now, here's one thing that I want you guys to write down. Outside of the Eagles game, of course, we lost to the Eagles. The teams that we lost to, the Eagles haven't played yet. So you just never know. It's any given Sunday. We need for the Cards. I think the Eagles play the Cards. We need the Cards to get their lick back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. HBO a brother, right? We need for the Giants. If the Giants just split it, that can change the whole complexity. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of football left. There's not no person in the chat right now that said, you know what? The Giants going to beat Washington this past week, right? Nobody thought that was going to happen. If you think I'm lying, check out my guy Louis T. He didn't think that the Giants were going to go in there and beat them, but they did. It's any given Sunday. I got my guy MJ, you live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What up, Law Nation?
What up, man? What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Oh, man. About to start work in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Now, I'm just listening to your show. Let me call my boy Law Nation.
Yeah, call me up, man. Hit me up.
How's your day going, family?
Oh, man, shoot, my day going well, man. It's Thanksgiving. It's good to be thankful. Yes, indeed.
Well, Thanksgiving is every day, Law.
I know.
Every day you wake up is Thanksgiving to the Most High, Law.
Every day, it's thankful to be above. It's better to be seen than viewed. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm about to tell all my friends, birthdays. Every day is your birthday, and every day you got to be thankful.
Well, there's like 4 laws over here. Now, if you want to go to the, to that end of the law, then technically it was a massacre day on Thursday. But I don't want to take it there, man. I'm trying to dim my light over here. I don't want people to be higher consciousness over here, bro. You know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we the Aborigines. Oh, I'm talking too much, But go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't get it.
You gotta go to the conscious community, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to my family, 100 gram, VIP, all my family, the Queen, and what's the other lady name?
Trey. Hey.
Yeah, Trey. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, my girl Trey.
I'm a family.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to Darius and what's the other brother that we always debate against? Darius and
Yeah. Darius on next, man. He's next on deck, to be exact.
Oh, what up, D? Shout out to Darius. Y'all still family, even though sometimes we don't agree, but we still family. Y'all just gotta stop pissing my little brother out, VIP. Stop making him mad now, cause y'all talking about his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But all I want to say, guys, is I feel good. Like I say, Law, I want that big boy. I want them to call that big boy up.
Carl Davis, right? Yeah, you want to call him.
I want that big boy in the middle. I'm telling you, Law, me and you know defense. That's gonna help number 2. So listen to me, y'all. If you bring that big boy up, it's going to help your linebackers and your safeties. Now they ain't got to think, and it's going to make number 11, number 90, all the defensive ends eat. I'm telling Dan Quinn, if you listen, please, brother, let's get out of this little bitty trying to make 99 a D tackle. No. Let's bring them big boys in the middle, and we could dog, and now we get everybody at 38, 37, 36. We got a chance to stop them. If he do this, I'm not worried about the offense no more, because Dak is about to score 30 a game. I told y'all. Every game Dak will score about 30 a game. So I'm worried about that defense. Come on, Dan Quinn, please, brother, if you listen, bring that big boy up. And we got about 1,800 defensive ends. We don't need all them damn defensive ends. They're not playing anyway. You know what I'm saying, Law? And everybody agree. Come on, man. We want to win this Super Bowl.
No doubt, man, MJ. One more point before I let you roll, man. One more point, MJ, because we got a lot of people on the line longer than Shaq feet over here.
Jimmy did his job, y'all. He's putting our boy in the Hall of Fame. The curse is broken. Now I'm begging Dan Quinn to do his due diligence. Stop playing them little bit ass D tackles, making defense ends on the D line. You could do that on third down when we pass rushing, but not on 1st and 2. That's all I gotta say. How about them Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? And salute to the family.
Salute, bro. Appreciate you so much.
How about them Cowboys?
Man. How about them Cowboys? That's my guy, man, MJ, holding it down. I got Darius, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Well, I got 3 quick points. I'm gonna make the first 2 quick, and then I'm a hone in on the last one.
Okay.
First of all, I just want to say, remember this conversation that we had about Tony Pollard versus Christian McCaffrey last year?
Yeah.
And then you brought it to your brother. I was right about that.
Why you gonna bring it up again, man? Come on, man.
I'm just letting you know. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to tell you. I was right about Tony Pollard. I was right about Schoonmaker, and I'm right about Mike McCarthy. I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all gonna listen to your boy little old Darius at some point.
Let me pull up Jalen Hyatt numbers again, man. Let me pull up Jalen Hyatt just make sure he's doing better than Schoonmaker. Hold on. All right, keep going though. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh, no. Schoonmaker doing better than Jalen Hyatt right now.
Sure. Well, okay, we'll see about that, but sure. Okay. We'll force that guy, but okay. But the next thing I want to say, real quick, the Bills and Josh Allen, I just want to let y'all know that the media is tearing his ass up. The media is going with, like, after he had, not this game, this past game, but the game before this game. They told Josh Allen ass up. They weren't talking about Dak Prescott. They told Josh Allen up, and they was tearing Justin Herbert up, and they was tearing Lamar Jackson up. So I'm just letting y'all know it's other quarterbacks that get criticized also.
I mean that's after we done doggone sent a Hail Mary or whatever. We had Michael Parsons podcast. Parsons said, "Hey, wait a minute, we're gonna have to start talking about this." And then Robert Griffin III, he had to speak it up, and then everybody else started to pile in on Joshua Allen. But here's my thing is for right here. Yeah, Joshua Allen do deserve to get his criticism heavenly. And they talking about bad about Herbert too?
Oh, hell, most definitely. Absolutely. But they more so putting it on his coach.
Yeah. I think that, just a sidebar conversation. Kellen Moore about to be the head coach of that team.
I think so too. Probably this year.
Yeah, after this year, because I don't foresee them doing anything, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go over here and reach out to Joe Witt Jr. to be the defensive coordinator over there, or somebody from our neck of the woods, because the Cowboys been doing such a great job on the defensive side. It could be Al Harris. It could be Joe Witt Jr. It could be somebody. And we get draft picks for that, by the way. If we lose one of those brothers, they're going to, by new ruling of the NFL, they have to honor us a third-round draft pick. So y'all be mindful of that.
Because I only got a little time, because I know everybody in the line, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. By the way, my boy Choctaw Montana, he also said a similar thing this year about Tony Pollard. Everybody got on his ass. But come on, where y'all at now? I don't like when y'all do that. Fam.
Wait. That touchdown for 21 yards, man. Tony, I call him Tony Elliott off of that one, man. He can give us a little power. I don't have a problem with him. Yeah, no problem.
I don't got a problem with Pollard, but I'm just telling y'all what he is. Like, I don't have a problem. I'm just telling y'all what he is, and then y'all was you were trying to geek him up and make it seem like he better than Christian McCaffrey. I'm like, hold up.
Hey man, last year before the injury, I was going. It wasn't just Christian. I'm gonna say what I was saying, and he was better than Barkley and Christian before the injury.
Because I know you about to kick me off, I got to get to the last point.
Go ahead.
I want to comment on what you're saying, but I know you about to kick me off.
Go ahead. One more point. Go ahead. Go make it.
So my last point is, I just want to know from your perspective. I'm gonna give you mine, but I just want to know from your perspective. After I go, is that honest critique of this team. I'm not being negative. I'm telling you the honest critique of this team. Me personally, and I do this with myself. I do this with my nephew. Listen. Honest critique. Pressure will either break pipes or it will create diamonds. What I'm trying to say is I'm very critical of my team because I won a Super Bowl and because I feel like this team is a diamond. So what I'm trying to tell you is, so in my life, I'm trying to become a millionaire. That road is not easy. Yeah. With Law, before Law was Law Nation, when he said he was sleeping in his car, if he just would have fed himself Kool-Aid and just, it's okay to just sleep in his car. It's Kool-Aid. I'm okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, baby. Do you think that Law Nation would have became Law Nation? No. So what I'm trying to explain to you is these honest critiques of our team, that's for a reason. Like, it's not just being negative. It's because we're trying to go somewhere. You can't just sip Kool-Aid all day and think you're going to go nowhere. So that's just my whole point. Overall, what I would say, I love Dak. What I'm going to say about Dak is, Dak has to learn how to be a closer. Give us your best when your best is needed. Yeah, just become a closer, and the whole narrative will change. I promise you. That's it.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. And, hey, hopefully the defense would keep us in those areas so he can close out. And on top of that, you're right. If Pat Mahomes closed last night, it would have been a win for them. So you see how much of a closer you got to be.
Did he throw that thing to Valdez-Scantling? What happened with that?
Hey, it's the moments before that. Yeah, but I feel what you're saying. Valdez and Watson, those were terrible options in my opinion. There's no way that I go into that doggone game versus the Eagles and Watson is your number one targeted tight end when you have Travis Kelce out there. The game plan was flawed in my opinion, but the Eagles won that game more so than anything, right? Yeah, that's a dub for them. I ain't gonna take away from what they were able to do, but I appreciate you and I thank you for calling in, Darius. Thank you.
Much love, man.
No doubt. Yeah. To all what he said, no Kool-Aid. No Kool-Aid. When I was sleeping out of my car, I had to figure out ways. I could have the easy route would have been, I lost. I'm in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm sleeping out of my car. The jobs that I'm working at is just only paying enough for me to get food and not really shelter or what have you. And it's better for me to sleep out of my car. But what I said is that one way or another, let me put in this Les Brown tape. I'm hungry for it. Continue to work multiple jobs. Got on as a security job. what was it? Securitas. I call it Securitas. Soccerittas, worked that job, got off of that job, and then went back to the store and worked that job inside of a store called iMasters or what have you. And I was working both jobs, but I continued to apply. Got so many rejections. You're overqualified. You're underqualified. You needed this particular levels in this particular field. And I'm sitting here like Dak. Kept on applying, fooled around, got a job at a call center at Comcast, right? Shout out to Comcast, shout out to Turner Network or what have you. Still kept my security job. If y'all think I'm working hard now, shoot, I used to put in some hours, baby. Get off a security job, get out of the uniform, walk into the call center with a Securitas uniform on. Thank you for calling Comcast. My name is Lawrence. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Shoot. And then from there, kept applying. Eventually got into the government, and that was the rest of the history there. So, yeah, I could have still stayed in the car, but you got to continue to apply. But the most important thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to look into the mirror and say to yourself, is this what you want out of life? Is this what you need out of life? Is this where you want to go, right? What can you do to correct yourself from here to there, right? I could have easily, like he said, gave up and continued to drink Kool-Aid and say, the world, man. Hey, man, the world beat me up because I'm a brother, man. I'm a black dude with a degree from Jackson State University and I can't get in. Yeah, there have been many of those, many of hardships, many of doors closed. It been to the point where no was my vitamin. I look forward to the no so that I can make me even hungrier. And like, that no gonna make me even hungrier, But at the end of the day, it's great. It's great. We don't have to look back. We can look back and say, yeah, man, it was good. But at the time and the moments of it, even then, when you're sleeping out of the car, I still dress nice. I had people to walk up to me and say, man, I wish I was you. Bull sugar. If you knew where I slept at last night. But neither here nor there. I got the next caller, my guy, my brother from another mother, no other, way over there, Caribbean, the doctor, man. What's good with you, man, from the 210 you in? Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Dr. Law and Cowboy fans? Hey, man, just chiming in, came in late. Had a few things I want to hit on, man. Our fans, come on, man, we're 7-3. People still complain about our players, complain about the team. I don't get it. And the reason why they talk about, let me say this, the reason why they talk about Dak more than they do the other guys that he mentioned,
right?
They have a chart. They have a team worth chart that comes out every 6 months. 6 months, what the team is worth. Cowboys is worth $9.6 billion. The next team under them is the Patriots at $7 billion. Eagles at 5.8, and the last two teams. Yeah. The Green Bay Packers is worth 2.6, and the Detroit Lions is worth 2.9 billion. Everybody else is sandwiched in between. That's why they're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about that because of the team and what that team is worth. Oh man, they should be winning more. Look how much money they made. You got people out there like that. Cowboy fans, let me say this: congrats to the Eagles, man. Don't make no excuses. They won because if it was us and we winning. We winning. No excuse. Congrats to the Eagles fans.
Congrats to them.
I do think my belief on the game last night when the Chiefs lost, I don't really think it had anything to do with the old boy dropping the ball at the end. Yes, that's part of the game.
True.
I think they lost. I think they lost the game when it was right at half or right in the early third quarter when Mahomes threw that interception in the end zone.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw that. When he threw it to 84, because if they catch it, and I think Bird picked it off. If he catches that, if they score that, they go up 14. I think that's when the game changed right there. Yeah. I think it's when the game changed for sure. But yeah, we're not making no excuses, man. They won it. Giving them the props.
Kudos to them, man. Shoot.
Let's just focus on us. Let's focus on us, one game at a time, and because we know what's in what's in front of the Eagles and what's in front of us, And then last thing.
And let me just say this, Doc, too, though. Even if the Chiefs won, it doesn't change the complexity of it because those are 2 out-of-conference games. I think you put me up on game on that because I wasn't even really diving into the conference part. So they would have just lost to 2 AFC teams. What really just a thorn in our side is their Cards game. And we still had to take care of business. Right. Because they still had the leg up over us because of the conference. But go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's just focus on us, man. We got some stuff in front of us. Eagles got some stuff in front of them. You know, they have the Bills, Niners, and then they have us, and then we have that grueling back half where we go to the Bills and to the Dolphins. So let's just focus on us. Last thing before I go, brother, I was listening to some guy, man, and supposedly the guy is well connected, okay, with the NFL. Don't know how the truth of it is. I don't believe in hypotheticals, but I'm going to put it out here what he said. And if this comes to fruition, man, I'm going to be like, oh, this is crazy. I do know the NFL is about money, and I think some people being paid under the table, whether they want to admit it or not. But he came out and said that this is a secret the NFL don't want you to know, is that the next two Super Bowls, the 49ers will win this year. The 49ers will play the I know.
Man,
trip me out too.
Hey, wait a minute.
Trip me out too. Yeah. Trip me out too. This guy, man, he said well connected. He said the 49ers will play the Chiefs, and the 49ers will get their 6th, and then Dallas will play next year's Super Bowl against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs will get revenge. Now, this is coming from, it could be clickbait law, but this guy says he's well connected in the NFL, and these are the things that the NFL don't want you to know. But they got the 49ers winning the Super Bowl this year against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs seeking revenge on Dallas next year. This is what this guy is saying. I'm like, man, come on, this can't be true. But he said he's well connected. Don't know how true that is, Law. But I tell you what, man, if that's, you mind if I curse, man? If that shit happens, if that shit happens, I know without a doubt the NFL is fixed. If that happens, I know without a doubt the NFL is fixed. But it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. This is what this guy is talking about. Again, I don't know him, Law. But he said he's very connected to the NFL, and these are things that the NFL don't want you to know. So we'll see, man. We'll definitely see where this goes.
In the words of Charles Xavier on one of those X-Men movies, I don't want your future. I don't want your future, man. Shoot, we got to go in here. I'm gonna go talk to my guy, the Flash, and see if he can run back in the past and change some things. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Okay, no problem, man. All right, take care.
Good call from him, man. And I thank y'all. We're going to get to all y'all super chats at the end, but I was derailed a little bit by Darius Leonard being released. And if I'm Jerry Jones, man, sometimes things like this don't happen often. And I'm sitting here like, I don't care. I don't care what's going on with him. I don't care. I don't care. Let me check out his stats, though. I do care a little bit. Let me see what he got. 43 solo tackles, 20 assists. All right. 6 missed tackles so far for the season, 12 stops. I don't like the missed tackles there, but I get it. He out in space. He had a terrible year last year. All right, 2021. He had a subpar year, 2021, with 4 interceptions in 2021. That ain't that far removed, man. 7 forced fumbles. 7 forced fumbles from a linebacker. Look, man, 2021 ain't that far removed, man. Hey, man. Come on, man. Come on, Will McClay, Jerry Jones. I can think of a dude that who we can move, y'all, to get that dude inside the building, man. Who we need to cut or what have you, because that would be a good look, man, for us to have him in the mix, man. Let me just lock this up.
The conference has been locked.
All right, let me get my guy in Montana, man. What's good, man? From the 614-808, man. Talk to me, dog. Talk to me.
Hey, Lord, man. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say rest in heaven, Mama Law.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate her giving you those inspiring words. You give us inspiring words every day.
Appreciate it.
I lost a parent, too, so I know what you're going through. I lost my dad. I was close to him. That's my dog, man. He was a Dolphins fan, So
yeah,
and,
he let you know all about them 72 Dolphins every time he got a chance, right?
Man,
70
he
in
ran me down my
1972.
whole life,
Yes,
always
indeed.
ran me down. And I just want to let the fans know, hey man, it's 32 teams. There's no such thing as bad teams in the NFL. These guys made it to the NFL for a reason. Now they may be playing bad football. They may have some little blunders, but there is no bad team. The all the way to the Panthers, they're not a bad team. They just young, you know. They young and inexperienced. Once they get more experience, they'll be better.
Yeah.
Just like our Cowboys was for a very long time. We was always young and inexperienced.
Yeah.
Now we got some veteran shit, and we got a lot of experience. We bringing all those guys in. They getting better. Just like McCarthy, every week he's getting better. I've seen a lot of fans crying about the Wildcat. Look, man.
Test it out. See if it works, man. Yeah. You playing against the Carolina. Test it out.
That type of stuff. You can do that type of stuff in those games, Law.
Yeah, direct snapping and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that play not going to work in the playoffs. We can't use that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would rather that. I would rather that versus I think one game. You remember that play that we used in the regular season? I'm like, nah, you got to save that one though. And I think Terrence Steele he caught a touchdown, and it was I think it was 2021 or it could have been just last year. Yeah. Now those you saved those. Now. You saved those plays. Now.
Because you use it just like the Philly special, you know.
Yeah, you saved that one.
Knew they was gonna run that.
Yeah.
Practice that in practice every day.
Yeah. So some stuff you do.
What goes on in football, you know what I'm saying? So I just want the fans to understand. Listen, man. The only way Dallas can stay a 5th seed is the Eagles have to win out. That means they sweeping Dallas. That's not happening in Jerry's world.
Yep.
I don't understand why Feagle fans keep thinking that. Like, no, bro, y'all can win at home. I give you that. All right. Home field advantage. I give you that. But you're not going to Jerry's world and doing none of that.
None of that.
Y'all seen what happened last year on Christmas Eve. Y'all thought y'all was going to sweep us last year.
Yeah.
No, man. No, it's not happening. Like, Dallas, all they got to do is just focus on them. They win out. If San Fran win out, the best seed we can get is number 2 because we lost to the Cardinals and we lost to San Fran. That Cardinals loss, like Big Game James said, and I always said it since it happened. I was right there with him.
Yeah. Big Game James was hot that game. Yeah. Yep. I mean, you're right.
Downfall, you know what I mean? But if all San Fran got to do is just drop, they still got their division to play.
Yeah.
That's always tough. They lost one of their best guys on their team on the defensive side.
And we're not celebrating that. But what I'm gonna say here though, fam, this is my mindset. We just take care of business. All I need, because I don't like somebody said you wishing and hoping for the Eagles to lose one, for somebody else to do something, take care of business. No. The TCB is we take care of our business, and if the 49ers slip, 49ers just need to slip one time. 49ers slip one time, we take care of business. I just don't need the 49ers to slip against the Eagles, though. but you know, they just need to slip one time. And if the doggone Eagles, they gotta, you know, we're gonna see them in December. We're gonna see them in December. That's all it's gonna be. And then when we see them in December, then they're gonna have to go down the conference schedule. We'll have the same doggone record. That's just what I'm saying. You write it down. Y'all write it down. You know, come on with it. Come on with it.
Y'all, and I want to touch on what Pastor said right before you got me on.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to it, I did see some stuff to it. They got the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
They got San Fran losing to the Eagles because it's hard to beat a team twice in the same year. You know what I mean? It's really hard to do that.
Yep.
I got them beating Philly, but losing to Philly in the playoffs, a lot of people, I don't want to see Sanford get. We're not going to play them, y'all.
Yeah.
We're not. All they got to do is drop one more, and it's over.
It's over.
Over with. That's 4 losses. We went out. That's 3.
Yep.
That's 2 13-3. That's 2 14-3 teams, the Eagles and Cowboys. We could still win in the division with 1 loss apiece.
Talk to him, man. Make it make sense, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, man.
Man. Y'all got a thing.
Yeah, appreciate you calling in, fam.
Cowboys.
Yes, it is. That's my guy right there. And I was thinking I had to go look up this list while I was on the phone with my guy. I had to look up this list right here. Let me pull up on the bigger screen right here. I'm looking for that guy that I want to move out for Darius Leonard, because by him being a veteran, he don't have to clear waivers, right? He can literally pick the team of his choice. So I'm looking. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm looking at. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let's blow this up in here. All right, so I'm looking at a guy who we can just move on up out of here, who can be the guy that we can just cut. And I found the guy. I found him. I found the guy. I found that man that you can just cut. You can just cut this dude right here. Noah. You can just cut Noah. Just cut Noah. And hey, we can go let him clear waivers, bring him back to the practice squad or what have you. But you can cut Noah Igbenogany and just pick up Darius Leonard. I mean, it's not like this dude been doing outside of the first game that he played in. He did a scoop and score off of a block or what have you. But I'm just looking at it from that perspective. You know, I would want to keep everybody else. J. Lou, we keep J. Lou. We keep Marquise Bell. We keep Izzy. We keep J-Rock or what have you, but we shouldn't have that allegiance for Noah. He's the outside. Just like my guy, I love what my guy be saying, Boss Cowboy Sports. He's a bastard. You know what I'm saying? We can cut Noah Igbenogany, right? And put him on an ark somewhere, and maybe Noah Ark can come back. But if we just cut him and bring him in, I thought about Junior Fihoko and all of that, but he's a rookie, man. So let's give him time. You know, don't want to cut your rookies. But I for dog sure. Let me know if y'all agree with me though. You know, let me see. Nah, don't cut Jordan Lewis-Jabbar. Come on, man. Don't cut him. But you cut Noah. Jordan Lewis playing better than Noah. No, don't cut Tyrus Wheat. Nah, man, where y'all at, man? By Noah. I think Noah is the and you can't cut Sean McEwen, Choctaw. No, Choctaw, you know, Sean McEwen's good in them blocking packages when we down into the red zone, you know. Coleman says we need Noah to build an ark. I ain't gonna cut 99. You know, I ain't gonna cut 99. I want to strengthen my interior guy, Chauncey Golston. He's all right. You know, everybody saying cut Wheat. Somebody said cut the no good bastard. Boy, I love y'all. Boy, I love y'all. I love y'all to death, man. I don't know if I can make it without y'all, man. I got my dog, man, from the 815. You're live on the nation, man. Brought to you by Prize Picks. You're in the mix. Brandon, you're live, man.
Can you hear me, Law? I just want to be can you hear me before I go? Can you hear me?
Man, you sound good. You crystal clear.
I'm the most requested commenter patron of your show that you have. You know that. I know that. I want to start here first. Shout out to VIP Plus. I know he a little upset because if y'all didn't know, Diddy got caught up, and one thing that's gonna end for VIP is those FO parties. So him, Saucy Santana, and Diddy, they won't be able to party until this investigation over with. So I know VIP, he hurt in the back and in the front. So shout out to VIP. I know your FO party is going to be done. Hey, Long, quickly, before I get on to the Cowboys stuff, quickly, can you tell VIP Saucy Santana is not a woman? Sorry, but keep on going on with your FO party. If you don't know what an FO party is.
Hold it down for me, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, hold it down. I got to check my front door. I got an Amazon package to come in. So I'm gonna let you hold the show there. Hold it down.
Go check the front door.
Don't get me canceled though.
So, shout out to the commenters. So if y'all on YouTube and Facebook, real quick, go look up FO parties and Diddy. You will see why VIP was so upset. Why he was all up, mentioning my name and all that other stuff. He a clown. He a bum. We don't care about you. You a rat, and so is the city of New York. Both of y'all, all y'all rats and bums. Out of here, VIP and Saucy Santana. Y'all can saucy and sassy it up somewhere else. Back to my Cowboys. Hey, shout out to the commenters. So look, guys, we beat the Panthers. When we play practice squad people, we don't be like, hey, how was that practice squad? How did the Cowboys look against the practice squad? We don't ask those questions. The Panthers, we should have beat the Panthers. Oh yes, they are a legitimate NFL team, but guys, they wanted us to win. So hey, I don't know what y'all wanted me to get up out of that game. The Panthers not that good. The last night's game, sorry guys, that we over here been and hoping and wishing that the Eagles lose, then we not the team that we thought we was. I don't care what the Eagles do. It's all about the Cowboys. If we're Cowboy fans, send your best. Send us your best so we can kick their ass.
I'm back, man. I'm back, bro.
Oh, you back. So hold on. Before I get out of here, before I go to my stuff with you, Law, can you please just let VIP know that him, Saucy Santana, and all them FO parties gonna have to cease to exist. But I'll let you deal with that, Law. But do you know what I'm talking about, though, Law, before I go on? You know what I'm talking about?
Hey man, look, DJ, salute to my guy DJ Academics, and shout out to Saucy, was it Santana? Cause you ain't finna have no grown man with fingernails trying to come fight me and everything, man.
Hey, we don't want no problems.
We don't want no problems, man. So check out DJ Academics and check out Saucy Santana album and everything beyond. Nonviolence. Free lives.
Or y'all can go to his one of his friends VIP Plus. Back to the Dallas Cowboys. Law Nation. When we play practice squad people, you don't be like, hey Brandon, how did we look against the practice squad? Have you ever asked me that? Have you ever said, Brandon, how we look against the scout team? What our offense looking like against the scout team? Because that's essentially what we did against the Carolina Panthers. And I'm old enough to remember Law said, Brandon, we're not going to judge Dak Prescott on regular season games. That's what Law told me. So if it's a lie, Law said it. Okay, keep going. Quickly, Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard, to me, is an elite player. His only issue is he can't stay healthy, but he is an elite player, period. So, yes, we should go get him.
My guy D Schiff want to talk to you right quick, man.
Go ahead, D Schiff. Come on.
Oh, you got a party line, man. D Schiff, you live mixed in with Brandon Ross right quick, man. 815 and the 409. Y'all talk to me, man.
Go ahead, D Schiff. What's up?
All right, the point I'm gonna make is, all right, Law. So, Cardinals, they're a bad team, right, Law?
Yeah.
Regardless if you win or lost to them, and I fully recognize we lost to them, but they're a bad team, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. So, what would be your record right now had you won?
Oh, had we won, we'll
be 8-2, right?
How much? Okay, so you'd be 8-2. Now, regardless if you beat them, you would have beat them, and you would have said what about them? They're just
I would have said that they're also a team that we should have beat, and that's that. Josh Dobbs is 3-10 as a starter, but keep going. I know you got something great.
So you see how much different your fortunes change if you lose to these. We should have beat that type of team. And not to say that,
absolutely.
Like I've been hearing like the pundits, but they've been kind of making good points on our behalf. Is like, it's not to say like you should learn something from every win, right, or every game, like, right. You should be in a position to learn something. But you know, like they said, regardless of like the playoff picture, like that's neither here nor there if you don't beat these teams you're supposed to beat.
Right.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? So that was just my biggest point. So like when it comes down to like, well, that's just to them, that's just to them. But if you lose to them, then your fortunes and your window, it looks totally different.
So, Law, can I ask D-Ship a question?
Go ahead, man. Sure, y'all having a free time, man. I'm letting y'all speak, man.
Well, D-Ship, let me ask you this question. So, the three teams we lost to, the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. Two of those teams, the Eagles and the 49ers, we are expecting to see them in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
Have we gotten better since those losses? Do you think, like, which one of those teams because clearly the 49ers got our number. So, like, how do we fare against teams that we need to beat? How does your quarterback fare against teams we need to beat? That's the question. That's the only thing that, to me, we should be talking about. How do our team beat the teams that we need to beat to get to the goal we're trying to get? That's the question. I pose that to you, sir.
Yeah, no.
Let me make it a party line, man. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all go ahead.
I'll go ahead and like talk about just I'd have to narrow more on like when you talk about the team versus just the quarterback, and that's why I'm not like a big. I think that's where you get a lot of heat, and I know for me personally, like the only disagreement I've had with you as far as like.
All right, so everybody that can hear me right now, everybody, man, it's a party line. So you live. Queen, that's you. Mike, that's you. Everybody, man. JT.
You're not doing it the right way.
502.
Yeah. One at a time. One at a time.
All right, so go ahead. Who got the baby in the background?
Somebody got a baby in the background.
Oh, shit. Hey, Law,
you got the background.
This ain't nobody but Cam.
Somebody probably just like got their phone to the door.
It's Brandon. I can hear you. Go ahead. Whoever said that.
Hang on.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
There we go. I'm regulating. Y'all keep talking. I'm muting the people that's talking with the baby. Go ahead.
Y'all have scarred me today.
Brandon,
I'm scarred today. I went to go look up who Saucy Santana was. It's a man in the beard with some nails.
That's VIP partner. Ask VIP about him. Hey, that's VIP.
I ain't gonna go on my little Bernie Mac right now because I don't want them to cancel law, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But
they blow up.
Yeah, we're gonna leave VIP and Saucy Santana alone. But I want to know how does our Dallas Cowboys
VIP my dog. VIP my dog. But hey, look though. Hey, I do want to say something.
What's the question?
Hey, Law.
Hold on. Let Cam speak. Let Cam speak right quick. Go, Cam.
Remember when Jerry had apologized to Jimmy 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And 2 years straight we had went 12-5. This is a superstition. It just made for great conversation.
Okay.
So when we had went 12-5 those 2 years, somebody had said, matter of fact, last year during the off season, they were like, if he put him in the ring of honor, would it break that full curse? Because the full curse wasn't broken just by apologizing. It just helped us win games instead of having to struggling season.
How does that help
season? Then by putting him in the ring of honor, would that make us go to the would that curse be broken to where now we can go to the Super Bowl?
Well, if we speaking from a curse aspect of it, it just, man, superstitious, man. It's superstitious, man. Sometimes, just what it is, man. Hey, when I'm watching the game, I sit at a certain part of my couch, man. I feel like I'm connected in a certain way, man. I brush my teeth a certain way. I get it, but for far as Jimmy Johnson being in the Ring of Honor, at least you get a chance when you go to the stadium and you look up, you can see his name and you have a good feeling, and then you can start rooting and just being positive about it, man. I think that could change a lot of things, but it may not change anything.
The plan is still aligned too.
Regardless of like the situation, like you gotta look at Jerry Jones' aspect of his ego.
Yeah.
So if I don't read too much in the superstition thing, I can still look at the fact that there's evidence that he's letting go of some of that ego. And ego from the Joneses has definitely been, as far as their roster moves and how they want to make their draft guys, you know, kind of get the playing time, and the bastards kind of sit to the side. You know,
right.
Those type of things that go against the Cowboys that you know, you and Boss Cowboy and a lot of guys just cover. Which brings me back to the aspect of trying to answer Brandon's question as far as how is the team fare now moving forward? How have we gotten better?
Yeah.
That's kind of a question I put up. Have we really truly made a 180 from the Niners game? And
thank you.
I think we did, D-Shift. I think we did. I think we made some movements, man. I think we did, man.
I think so, too, because of what you look at as far as, like, I mean, you can look at the two Giants games, right, where you didn't look that great offensively, but the defense put up a lot of the points. But in the second game, like, your defense didn't necessarily have the game they had the first game in the special teams, but the offense, you saw a big difference. Like, you go back to the Niners playoff loss two years ago. How many catches did CD get? How many targets did he get?
Oh, man,
like one or two?
Yeah. He didn't get enough, man. I appreciate you, D-Shift, man. Let me let Uncle Dave, man, you live, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, I'm just listening to the conversation. But I'm like the boss. I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid. I got to measure.
Oh yeah, you got to measure.
You got to measure. And I mean, I already got Philly dropping 2 already.
Okay.
And that's to us and the Niners. They're definitely dropping that. That's a toss. It's a toss up with them with the Bills. We'll see what the Bills are going to give them. But we're both teams are going to be 14-3. At the end of the year. See.
Oh, wow. That's going to be crazy good.
Book it. Yeah. I just called it. There it is. If I'm wrong, you can call me out on it later. But fans just need to start changing the record. Change the record. It's always the same song. And you're going to hear the big 3 and the big 4 always banging on the Cowboys. Always banging on the Cowboys. And one caller brought it up. Yeah. The Cowboys is the team on top. It's the team on top. That's the most money coming out. That's the big money.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Uncle Dave, man. Appreciate you, man.
So I ain't gonna be too many punk B's up in here, and VIP, y'all need to leave him alone. He ain't no killer, but don't push him.
Yeah, don't push me. They do a lot of pushing. Mike, man, since you laugh, man, you live, man, from the 757. Mike, talk to me, man.
All right, man. So I wanted really to shout out some people, Cowboys organization. But I want to say first that Brandon, he makes good points, and he also makes bad points. That's okay.
That's
measured.
Yeah.
Good point is, where do we measure out against these good teams? That is a great point. But no longer are we going to sit here and question Dak Prescott when he's running for MVP. All right? When he's in the running for MVP, we're done. That conversation of him being trash is over with. Because you can't be trash and be running for the MVP. But where we measure out, I think is a great point, because Niners, I think we still will have a little bit of issue with them. I know we taking up, we doing real good against these trash teams. These trash teams. That run 25 ahead against the Panthers, I want to take it to my bank so bad, because it was a good ass run. It was a good ass run. But then when you complete the sentence and you say against the Panthers, you're like, damn, only one team that they beat. But everybody says these Panthers is trash, but the one team they beat is the Texans. That's the only team that they beat, which is not trash. So just like you say,
any given Sunday,
any given Sunday.
Yep.
Any given Sunday, bro.
No doubt,
and
man.
So I want to shout out Mike McCarthy. That is my guy. I don't want him going anywhere in the near future. I don't care if the record's 12-5 again. To me, it don't matter about it being 12-5. It's what we do when we get inside the playoffs. This man has, and two things can be true. All right, this man has separated the locker room from the office.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? He has done that successfully. If we were still with Jason Garrett, we would have lost that game against the Panthers. And then we would have came on here talking the same bullshit that we always talk.
Man, you ain't lying, man. Yes, indeed. You know what? You know what it is? Is that we ain't used to this new car, man, and we got a little PTSD, man, like what Swayze said earlier about an hour ago. But I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let Queen on next, man, and we're gonna try to wrap this up, y'all. Queen, you're live on the Nation from the 910. You in? Talk to me. She's your queen to be. Queen, you live. Shoot, she don't hear me at all. All right. So with that being said, we went through everybody on here. 502. Hello.
Hey, what's up, love?
All right, what you got? What you got, man? You be the last one, then. You talk to me, man. Talk what we need to do, man.
Real quick, well, all I really got is the guy earlier talking about all the other teams in the NFC and how the playoffs is shaping up. Got me thinking, and really the most interesting team right now in the whole thing could be end up being the Detroit Lions, and because they only got 2 losses right now, and we're the toughest team left on their schedule.
Yeah.
That's why I really think we got to take care of business at home against Seattle, against Philadelphia, and against Detroit. We win them 3 games. And hopefully win out, man. There could be a lot of teams at 14-3, and that turns in. Say the Eagles end up winning the East. That 5th spot, if whoever wins the NFC South, that couldn't end up being not as bad as you think. Because if Detroit gets that number 1 seed, Philly and San Francisco might end up having to play each other, and we get to play the Lions if we win. So I mean, this isn't going to end up being the NFC East Invitational like it was last year in the playoffs. It's going to be a lot more interesting, and the schedule makers were cooking this year, man. I mean, we're going to find out a lot about Seattle in the next month. They got San Fran twice, us once, and the Eagles once.
Yeah.
We got to win that game. That game is important.
Look, call me crazy, though. I just like us better when we play inside a dome. I like us better on turf. Normally you say, man, I want to play on grass or what have you. I just like my team better on turf, right? I like my team better inside a dome. Perfect condition. Like last night game, I'd have been sweating, you know what I'm saying, watching the game in the leaky rain falls and everything. I just don't trust my team outside in the elements. I just think that we got to. Yeah, football weather is a different deal, different conversation.
It's a big
deal. Yes, indeed.
That's why I'm scared of that Buffalo game up there in December. I guarantee it snows.
But here's my thing. Even with Buffalo, even if it snow, I think they still have a turf field. I believe they don't have that natural grass. I just don't like us playing in natural grass or whatever that stuff that the Eagles play on and the 49ers play on, and even the Cards they play on, even though they're inside or what have you. I think they got that. They
got that weird stuff.
They got that weird stuff, man. I'm superstitious a little bit too.
That was all I got for you, man. I think we should get Leonard too. I think he's a hell. I mean, why not? I think it does nothing but help.
Why not, man? I know. Hey. Right now he at his all-time cheap rate. You know, get him now, scoop him on in, and see what he can do for me. Give him a chance.
Well, hey, I'm a big fan of the show, man. I appreciate everything you do for the nation.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro. Good call from him, man. Appreciate y'all.
Goodbye.
I try to go 2 hours, man, as many times as I can. All right, so let me get to the super chats. Yes, it did. Law says sweating. Keith Sweat wouldn't have nothing on me. I just don't feel like if we win, we're like, okay, good, we won. But on those natural grasses, man, it just seems like our team is built around speed. Our team is built around a little finesse, and I'm not saying that we don't have a little dog mentality in us, but I just look at it like Parsons eat better when it's a faster field. D-Law plays a little bit better on a faster field. Our DBs play a little bit better. It could be just I could be wrong, but it's just from what I can see. All right. Yeah, wacky grass. Yeah, it's lost in translations. Appreciate y'all so much, man. And I'm going to start doing, I know it get kind of sloppy when we put the party line on, but that's just the speed of the process, man. I trust me, that line was like 15 people in the queue, and I can't get to everybody. Let's win, baby. Yes, indeed, Brandy. Let's win. Coach Marv says Cowboys pay the fee. FEELAW. Pay the fee. Yes, indeed. I forgot what that acronym is, Coach Marv. Dirty Sanchez says Cowboys 55, Commanders minus 22. Hey, we need that to happen, though, you know. And don't sleep on the doggone Washington team. I don't think that we are, but I'm feeling confident in this game, though. It's at home, and we got a nice little thing going on at home. We two different teams, baby. Y'all know how it goes. Sanchez, thank you for the $9.99 for your mind. It seems to me like the Eagles are breaking down and getting lucky with the win, even if they get the number 1 seed. Are they going to be able to bring it in the playoffs? Yes. Here's what I'm going to say with this. It's a different type of energy when they are playing at home. They are a 4-0 team at the crib. It is a situation and scenario that's their home. That's their bird's nest. So the Cowboys, if we take care of business, we can change some of that stuff. But it's not an easy environment to play in. And if you think that and the Eagles travel pretty well as well. I was listening to the game, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, are we in Kansas or are we in Philly? Because they do travel well, and their fan base, even though whether or not you want to say they are front runners or not, but their fan base is a fan base that's going to be annoying. They troll. They everywhere. They here now. They waiting. They waiting for me to slip up on one word, and they'll take it and repost it on Twitter. They tag me in it and everything. So shout out to them, you know. So, no, I want the Super Bowl to go through Dallas, and we got every opportunity and a chance if we take care of business. Tricks, appreciate you. The chat wants Darius Leonard now since he's cut. I want Darius Leonard. I want him. And I know he's an undersized linebacker, and he's been beat up and bruised and things like that. But 7 forced fumbles in 2021, you know what I'm saying? And 4 INTs. That's the coverage linebacker that we need. You add him into the mix, you can cut Noah Igbenogany, right? And you probably won't miss out on anything. He don't even have to play until you probably play the Bills or somebody down the stretch. Why not go get a Darius Leonard or Shaq Leonard, what have you? But Law shook it off and stood on top of it. Yes, indeed, SL. Yes, indeed. Beans and rice and beans, man. Out of that car, living out of that moment. It built me for this situation now. I can sit here and work for 12, 13 hours going live, you know. Because why? When it was cold, when I broke, busted, and disgusted, I used to leave Securitas, I call them Sacaritas, and leave that job, work another job. They said, man, you got more jobs than a Haitian. Yes, indeed. I was hungry, and I refused to go back to Mississippi, and Natchez, Mississippi, a smaller town, and let everybody know, hey, man, oh, my goodness, man, I didn't make it, you know. So I had a lot of pride, so you know, pride do come before the fall, but you got to also understand that if you have faith, they erase some of that pride stuff. Because you can have faith. I could have just sat in that car and said, I'm not finna move from this spot until the good Lord bless me, right? But it also say within the scriptures, faith without works is dead. So I kept reading my books, kept listening to Les Brown, and on top of that, I kept applying. I kept on applying so much that when that email come in, from the U.S. Gov, we regret to inform you, I saved every last one of them. So when I'm getting a little, feeling myself a little bit, I go read those emails. We regret to inform you another candidate has been selected for this position. Oh, unfortunately, them words, I remember them just like that. We regret to inform you. And then, going on to those interviews and sitting down across from a table on another job that I know was going to pay good money in Mississippi, $82,000. I'm saying like, yeah, baby, I'm getting this job. And then the dude looked me straight in my eyes and say, oh, you went to Jackson State. We like you people. He had a big old rebel flag behind him. I already knew they was talking about flags and marching down the streets and stuff. I'm just trying to get the job. I'm hungry. I don't care what they got the calls for. You know what I'm saying? But when he said, we like you people, I was like, God, no, I'd have made it all the way to the third interview, and I'm sitting across from a table with a dude with a rebel flag with a doggone pipe in his in his hand talking about, oh, Lawrence Thomas, oh, we like you people at Jackson State. God dog, that job wasn't meant for me, but I knew that I kept applying. Eventually, you break through. So for those who working at Comcast, for those who work in security jobs, I'm telling you right now, if you a brother or you're just a man in general and you can't find a job, there should always be a security job, because there's always hours that people don't want to work. There's always things that people don't want to work. People don't want to work them graveyard shifts. Shoot, I was loving the graveyard shift. Give me the night shift. Shoot, I had a walkie-talkie, the radio on, and I just wish I knew YouTube at that time. Shoot, I would be sitting there watching my Cowboys. We were still losing too, by the way. I was watching the Cowboys and everything. Shoot, make my rounds around the dog. And I had to clean his uniform too, baby. Y'all couldn't touch me. Man. Law, I still got my Les Brown tapes too. It's not over until I win. Yes, indeed. You got to be hungry. Ain't this right, Lost in translation? Appreciate you. Jay Thompson, great story, Law. I'm sleeping in the car until I buy my house. Oh my goodness. Jay Thompson, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I just know how it is, man, when you're sleeping in your car. I give you a little tip, man. Drive by one of those nice hotels or nice, Drive by one of those nice hotels. Act like you're checking in. A suit jacket is like a cape. A suit jacket, you put a suit jacket on, you get a chance to go any hotel in the world. Because they gon' second guess you. They be like, oh, he got a suit jacket on. He okay. He's one of us. You go right in there, use the restroom, freshen up, get back in the car, drive off. Matter of fact, some people will comp your room. Oh, you was waiting in the lobby forever? Yeah. My name's Jay Thompson. Well, we got a free room for the night. They might give you a free room. And then, bat your eyes at the lady behind the desk. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can go with chivalry. Chivalry is not dead, and charisma will take you a long way. But if you in the house waiting to get your house built and you in the car with your lady, that's a whole nother conversation, though. Press, appreciate you. Says, Law, favorite coach, Cowboy, history, Landry, J. May. All right, so Law, favorite coach, Cowboy. Is this Law, favorite coach in Cowboy history? Is it Tom Landry? My favorite coach is Jimmy Johnson. Cooley Real says, Law, please take one more call. First time caller. Cooley Real, man. Hey, call back tomorrow, man. We'll have something going on tomorrow, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Yes, indeed. Fly Park says, I work security now, Law, only because I'm bored. I'm rich. And I ain't broke no more. Appreciate you, Fly. The donation cash app is strolling at the bottom, man. Help grow the nation, man. We accept them all, man. Put me on your plan, bro. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate sleeping in your car is bad on your back, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's better than sleeping outside on the corner, though, on concrete. And always, man, I always try to leave off with a positive message. I always try to do that. As we depart, appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let's get ready for this game that's coming up. Let's be mindful, y'all. let's be mindful that everything happened for a reason. Yep. There's a lesson in every blessing, right? In every situation that you're going to be tested in, keep this in mind. It's not a testimony without the test. The Creator chastised the ones he loved. He put things on you because he know what you're capable of. It was necessary for me to sleep out of my car. It was necessary for me not to have the relationship with my biological father, right? It was necessary for me to have the mindset that I had, right? It was necessary for me not to go back to Natchez, Mississippi and be coddled with my mom. May she rest in peace. It was necessary for me to figure it out one way or another. It was necessary. So when they called in, they say, hey, how you doing, Law? I'm doing all right. Because I knew that I got myself into that situation. There's many of people that will get themselves in the situation and they'll reach out to man or to others to get them out. But the God in them, they don't activate. It's impossible to please God without faith. So you got to have faith regardless of the situation. I walk boldly because I got unbelievable faith. I have unbelievable faith in myself. The universe or the multiverse bend to your will when you have that mindset. You are pretty much unstoppable. So all you got to do is believe, baby.
Flight
Believe.
Park's $19.99. I got you all.
Appreciate you, Fly Park. Appreciate you. It's better to give than receive, and he's giving. Because of the countenance of the heart and the mind has been touched to agree. Similar storyline. So when he's working his shift, when he's working his post, when he's making his rounds, or when he's writing down in his DAR, daily activity report, he's giving back. He don't have to be there, but who knows? His conversation with the lady up front or his conversation with the people that are walking in and out of that building may save their lives. I've been doing this before YouTube. I've been talking about these type of small things before. When I'll never forget when I put my 2 weeks notice in, hey, Smooth was like, hey man, where you finna go, man? I'm not gonna have these conversations no more with you, man. We gonna miss your positivity. Hey, making $9.50 an hour, busting my chops. Couldn't wait till I get to that overtime for your mind. Double time. Then they said, if you get a gun permit, we'll pay you $12.50 an hour. I said, let me go get that gun permit right quick. See, there's always ways and options to better yourself, right? And I was still applying. So the Cowboys, when we talking about applying pressure, either we can be satisfied and happy where we at, or we can continue to apply. Continue to say, hey, how can we get better? Can Darius Leonard be better than Noah Igbenogany that's on this roster right now? Or can we bring him in for a cup of coffee? I'm not trying to get Noah out. He may be sitting there saying, Law, don't do me like this. I'm trying. I'm hungry. I'm the best DB on the team. They just haven't seen me yet, right? There's multiple ways, right? Measure before you sip the Kool-Aid. TCB/BTA. Appreciate you. Stack them up. Shout out to your Stelios. That's Uncle Dave, by the way. There's defining moments. I'll never forget. And I'm going to give some of, since we got a community of Eagles fans in the chat, I will never forget Hurts when he threw his interception. They was arguing on the sidelines. One person arguing, the other person receiving. A.J. Brown arguing to him, mad, angry, and upset. Hurts just saying, that's okay. I got this. I'm going to hit you up the next time. He kept the same countenance on his face as a leader of men. You can't, before my grandfather left this dimension, he said, Law, and whatever you do, make sure you don't allow them to see you sweat. I'm quite sure that there was triple sweatness coming out of Jalen Hurts when he threw that pick and when A.J. Brown was mad at him. But he continued to chip away. People were yelling, hey, man, Hurts a turnover machine. He's going to fumble. He's going to lose the game. He kept the same countenance on his face. And at the end of the doggone game, he said one thing that really leveled with me. Perseverance and hard work. Perseverance, I had to continue to persevere. I had to continue to keep my mind focused. This is the difficult game that we play. I'm paraphrasing. This is a situation that I myself got to know that it's good that we took this win. Finding ways to win. Even though he scraped by the skin of his teeth, you got to be equal in your mindset. Most quarterbacks that's great got that mindset. You're going to have bad days, but you can't store them in your heart. You got to have a short-term memory. That's all I'm going to say with that. Dak Prescott got the same countenance too, by the way. Write these things down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme, and yes, you will scheme and dream about it. If you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, private, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. I've been playing that tape for a long time. I think in 2008. I was listening to that tape in that doggone car until the doggone tape busted on me. You know, had to commit that to memory. Had to look up Les Brown, Paul Harvey, Jim Rowan, all of those boys, because I was hungry. I didn't accept that particular thing as my reality of sleeping out of the car, and none of you guys should as well. You got to always appreciate the moment that you're in and understand the build from it and know that it's not the end. I love what Jim Rowan says, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. I don't know what the future may hold for me, but down the line, if I can motivate one person to be better and greater than what they were the day before, then I won. If I can let one person know that working at Comcast or a call center, that's not the end of your chapter. That's not the end of your story. That even within the confines of working that position, that you can grow from there, pick up the habits and start your own call center business, or get into another job and appreciate that. If you could be standing on a post for a 12-hour shift, and when everybody calling in for the holidays and you need an extra pocket change. Let's go, Cooley. Let's go.
Go Dak Prescott.
Let's get it.
Deep land, Big Hank, that dog on line number 11. We want Fulton Law. How about from Cowboys?
How about them, Cooley? How about them? That you can get it too, ladies and gentlemen. Focus and reformulate your mind for it. Let's go.
Damn.
Give me my theme music.
Yeah. Come on, baby. Roll those credits, baby. One love, baby. 7-3, that ain't the end of us. Come on. Let's be 8-3 by the end of this week. Come on. Hey. Let's get it. Brandy, thank you. Coach Marv. Kool-Aid, real. Appreciate you, Fly Parks. Shout out to you, Stelios 300. Shout out to you, Gina, with the J Trey. Appreciate you. All I ask, yes indeed. Come on.
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Come on, baby.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Ooh. Ooh.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Crack your cream.
I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone.
I be on roll alone.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna